The Endrick effect was felt immediately upon his arrival in the Brazilian national team. The new Pelé, still early in his career, made an instant impact by scoring important goals in matches against teams like England and Spain. Many expected him to be the next great number 9 for Brazil, especially after his transfer from Palmeiras to Real Madrid, which further raised expectations. Endrick seemed destined to shine and take a prominent place in Brazil's attack, but this initial impact began to fade quickly. As more games went by, Endrick's space on the team started to shrink, and his once undeniable prominence began to diminish. Even after good performance, coach Dorival Júnior didn't keep him as a starter, which shook the young player's confidence. Endrick's numbers for the Brazilian national team began to drop, and questions about his future in the squad increased. The big question now is, what really happened? Was it the pressure, the lack of consistent opportunities, or something else? Criticism about how Dorival Júnior has managed Endrick is gaining traction. Some commentators in Brazil argue that Dorival has put Endrick only in difficult situations, not allowing him the necessary space to grow and stand out. One of them stated that Endrick should have been a starter in the Copa America, especially after his good performances in friendlies and initial matches for the national team. Endrick was placed in tough matches, such as against Uruguay and Paraguay, and was quickly substituted after underwhelming performances. For many Brazilians, this was unfair, as Endrick deserved to start these matches based on his previous achievements. Dorival's decision to prioritize other players has raised the question, is the coach favoring experience and current form over betting on Endrick, a rising talent? This situation sparks an important debate. Is Dorival being unfair to Endrick, or is he simply making strategic choices? Has the young striker been deprived of opportunities he truly deserved? And the answer is that for the coach, Endrick is just not ready. However, that's a strange paradox, because every time Brazil isn't playing well and needs a result, Endrick comes off the bench as if he's going to perform some kind of magic. The truth is that the last FIFA international break was crucial for determining the key players for Brazil's World Cup qualifiers, and Endrick emerged as the big loser of this period, not by his own fault, but due to Dorival Júnior's choices to rely on other options. In the first game against Ecuador, Endrick had a quiet performance and was substituted at halftime. In the following match against Chile, Igor Jesus took center stage, scoring a goal and excelling in offensive plays. From that point on, it became clear that Endrick was losing his place. A reporter even suggested that Dorival no longer sees Endrick as a top option, and that the striker might not even be called up for the next qualifying matches. With Pedro returning from injury and Igor Jesus on the rise, Endrick's future in the national team is becoming increasingly uncertain. What once seemed an obvious bet for Brazil's attack now finds him fighting just to remain among the selected players. So Endrick appears to be losing ground, while other players are capitalizing on their opportunities. Whether he can recover and reclaim his spot in the team remains uncertain, as the competition intensifies every day. But while Endrick struggles, Igor Jesus has taken full advantage of every opportunity given to him. The Botafogo striker was one of the big winners of the last FIFA international break, standing out with consistent and decisive performances. The renowned Spanish newspaper Marca praised Igor Jesus' form, stating that he conquered Brazil and pushed Endrick to the bench of the Brazilian national team. Igor Jesus scored in his debut victory against Chile and played a crucial role in the 4-0 win over Peru, earning a penalty and providing an assist. In addition to his technical performance, the striker went viral on social media with his Kamehameha celebration, inspired by Goku, which quickly became a fan favorite. With his performances, Igor Jesus is becoming a reliable option for Dorival Júnior and the Brazilian national team. He has seized the moment, something Endrick, for various reasons, hasn't been able to do. Now, the question is, does Igor Jesus deserve to be the starting striker for Brazil, or is there still room for Endrick to prove his worth?